coming here today. So I hear you're all in serial killing shows, then you would need to know some valuable information on serial killing. I'm confident that by the end of this presentation you are going to have more information and more knowledge on serial killing. According to Schechter and Everett, serial killing is described as 3 or more separate killings with an emotional cooling off period in between each homicide. There are many factors that lead a person to becoming a murderer, and we are going to explore the following: profile of a murderer, murder case analysis, and punishment and rehabilitation. Murder has been around for quite a bit, maybe even longer than prostitution. Some resounding names are Zeus Shenitir, a wealthy man from the 5th century, Countess Elizabeth Bathory, a Hungarian countess from the 15th century, and you can see her right here, and Jack the Ripper, an Englishman of the late 19th century. Schechter and Everett describe 3 major warning signals of future psychopathic behavior. First one is enuresis, or more commonly known as bedwetting, fire starting, and sadistic behavior. Now, there's an overall belief that, almost without exception, serial killers are men, because even in the rare cases when women do kill, they lack a sexualized motivation. Of course, not everybody agrees with this view, which brings us to our second point: murder case analysis. And we're going to start with Karla Homolka. And you can see her right here. Karla has been described by author Vronsky as Canada's most notorious serial killer. She seemed to be a normal girl, but however, she would have rather bizarre dreams at times. One time she told her friend, "I would like to put dots all over someone's body, connect them with a knife, and pour vinegar on top of them," which shows sadistic behavior as described by Schechter and Everett. Karla and Paul, her fiancé, they had different methods of luring girls into their murders. They would either pretend that they're out of town and they needed directions, or they would throw parties at their house and they would invite girls. They are known for murdering Tammy Homolka, Karla's younger sister, and for torturing and murdering several other girls. The second serial killer is Ted Bundy, and here he is with his car. Ted seemed to be a normal young man. He went to law school and he even managed to get engaged. However, the resentment for his former fiancée is believed to be the killing reason. His methods of luring were he would pretend that he needed help with various tasks. He would lure girls into his car, and he would assault, rape, and kill them. He is known to have killed over 30 victims. He was killed by electrocution in February of 1989, which is also a form of punishment, as we're going to see in our next point. Some forms of punishment are deterrence, and this means that punishment is assumed to discourage others from repeating this offense. A second method is restitution, which is that some sentences make offenders compensate for harms they have done to other victims. But of course, the most well-known methods are life imprisonment and capital punishment, as in Bundy's case. Some rehabilitation methods are, first one, it would be victim-offender interaction. This method attempts to confront offenders with what they have done in order for them to see and experience the gravity of their actions. A second method is structured programs for managing addictions, such as sex offenders or substance dependence. But of course, the most well-known rehabilitation method is group therapy. Offenders take part in groups of individuals who have encountered the same problems they did. In conclusion, we've seen how murders are done, how killers become murderers, and we've seen some punishment for their acts and rehabilitation methods. But the question I will leave you with is, do you believe even serial killers should be given a second chance? Thank you for coming here today, and see you next time.